Al Hilal. Madrid ebe boy in the Champions League ochina or France or more any Lille. Now traveling team no ye who say Kylian Mbappe enwa ye be kan say obe training and ne shake up a cost who shame and the players now etu kwa no Mbappe e parta okwakobɔ or France ni kromu e de etia Lille. Madrid bobuko no any edano so pa Hans Flick and then you Barca young boys no or plan for Frankie de Jong. Frankie so pra atenefia chinti and ne obese o man minutes kakra say bia 10 minutes 5 minutes 20 minutes bia na o man na be fefem kakra because we pra atenefia also starting a man born some minutes Arsenal and ebo 7 omo ebo big game against PSG na Mikel Merino and ne or Emirates on Arsenal team no be see akan oba no more game o free Spain eba no nti stadium na chi ho ape before so omura mu no and our fans no calling no so omra na onsensan autographs ema omo Mikel Merino nso nyanto bo asensan autographs ema Arsenal fans no ne obetimi ameki ne debut award no adaroma and you ready and
sinafi for commercials kakra bi aba na Kwame Mickey at the local stories no atwaso enso de amayen yen chere ho kra 0551599933 ho na ye gi mo WhatsApp messages no ye basisia. Yes, Kessben television and DSTV channel 364, Go TV channel 121. Afi na kwa Mickey ayakrado audi efisem no brain. Gold and silver into it.
Oh, you know, my missions here and feel free a Mr. Ranford Abbey. Mr. Randy Abbey, or no executive council member at the Ghana Football Association. What then some would do their tuja. Also, did he say, Sika, I a dema management committee among for complain at the farm one. One of the one tears, yes, sir, some for complaining, some management committee of the Black Stars, your mom $100,000 and when Tebi Muntiasim. What's your core African Cup of Nations, your co World Cup, not team no anya dea. Why in your bonny decane? Dear Bonnie Dicane, the FA president, a cat ears so creku, so no sooner one president been on your Bonnie Dicane, and Nunti se Philwaba, na your bo FA president din, your bomb management committee in Dia, success bar, I was almost to me enjoy. Mr. Ransford Abbey.
This issue of management bonuses and all that, I think that a lot of fetish has been created about it, and we need to deal with it. Look, why do we pay a bonus? We pay a bonus for recognition of success. So, success has been achieved, and we think that it ought to be rewarded. And so we identify those who are responsible as far as the success is concerned, and then we reward them. Is that not the case? Now, I always ask, in this country, when the Black Stars fail, they fail to perform. what's the first name that is mentioned? It's the GFA president. People hold people responsible when there's failure. Why must these people not be recognized when there's success? If you think that it is okay to hold people responsible when there's failure, why must you not see it as okay to reward those people when there's success? This issue of
Mr. Ransford Abbey, Executive Council member at the Ghana Football Association, said Obi Akoye Juma na wanyin year or no near bonus war and Nunti Sobukoye Juma no in ye na edinkunim dear bar. So Nipakon shall see a bonabasso and until who problem a what same management committee of the Black Stars. Yebe more $100,000 so munje SS Sikano. Keti so krekum and so Edibiakasa explaining the reason why and also a chechemu coaches no contract yam more junior team coaches no yam more contract from under 17 and a 15 year more contract that Black Stars and coaching kwano and a man contract no we need chimwa the president of the GFA on also at the Amaye.
As you described as the golden years, the youth coaches were not paying salaries. The summer days of blessed memory, the Jones Atikofi of blessed memory, who won trophies for us, Sellers Tete and Go, were not paid salaries. They were not on contracts. They were paid their per games and tournament-related bonuses. But they won trophies. They did well. In most recent years, there's been a lot of cry for coaches to be placed on permanent contracts. We have a blend of coaches who are on permanent contracts and coaches who are on performance or tournament-related contracts. That is the system we run. Yes, that.
Was it maybe a chem? The late coach Otia, coach Ade, and other coaches, who winning trophies at the mine. They were not giving contract, but Omuye Juma, a bomode, edge trophies. Now, the trophy now near Bo Abaso, and until that Danino, Yama coaches no contract. Nemum, ya momo a Juma, a Wasomoye, said a beer Sassa Sadeba. Womit may enjoy a success in be. We and someone the president of the GFA or de Atuja and the coaches are Sabre Womoso allowances no among focus a wasi a Timmy Emma Womo and Subi. Yen twaso our other stories. Black Stars a Himfa and a Babo African Cup of Nations qualify against Sudan. Accra or Cape Coast. Asat now. Yenim baby a Yebabo African Cup of Nations qualifies. The president of the GFA, Okopiemu Accra Sports Stadium, acquire inspection of Accra Sports Stadium, said a stadium no, a city now. Bench no, one more yana fufro, and no national TV neso, and a GFA president general, and a pitch no, one more air, said pitch no, a city. We, Jumedia, the president of the GFA, Utuana Monko Piemu Accra Sports Stadium. Oko ekwa inspect stadium no city city ye hwe ni mu se enen kudu china de na ba bia Ghana Black Stars ye bobo ye next African Cup of Nations qualify no na fe no so etimi ababeto dwa amihu city city enso ho ye to so e other stories am
se ne anoko oh yango
sa
oh Accra Sports Stadium.
It is general, and when it said the city and so on, I'm all for complaining about officiating. Your Premier League in Koye, referees in this is no mutekino, woman TDS a moment decisions, no, woman take and Koye, referees no boa, team communicate. Ghana Football Association, Bakia, Katia, so Krekoya president, no, or Copiamo Congress or the Tuja, says Sabre, woman Pegajasa, or met him in their bois, I'm officiating Akoye. Referees Association of Ghana, Womosu Diomanotum, says so much anymore. Said gadgets in a bit me, but said the beer a bit me raising the standard of officiating.
Communication gadgets are available at the various Premier League centers. With the Division 1, I'll say it's largely none, and the women's leagues. The VAR, the last time were the Congress, we're told that it's likely this year VR will be imported into the league, and once it arrives, it will also eat. But we are yet to receive it. There's inconsistent year-round training. The training is perceived that from the various districts, training is ongoing. But largely, we have done a lot of monitoring and evaluation, only to realize just a few of them are actually doing the right thing. Just before the beginning of every league, the referees are actually appointed. I'll say they are categorized into Premier, Division 1, and Women. That's those selected for the league and sent to Pram for a 3-day training. We look at it as one of the, I'll say, issues where we do not get so much training, in the sense that the duration is always very short, and getting someone to have all this knowledge within 3 days is always a difficulty that we see as part of the issues.
Joyce Jaya, Referees Association of Ghana, referees from Ghana, you know, one more penny or down on the Sanse way to so much anymore. Say Ghana Football Association will provide gadgets at their mom, communication gadgets, said the assistant referee, or better referee didn't come away, Sansona or Nini didn't come and you say we chibia, na fourth referee, so better referees, na Kasaye, Netimia Bois raises the standard of officiating our Ghana, a Premier League in mo. A China and a game in the Bekoso. Our Obuasi Linkley Sports Stadium. Kumasi Asante Kotoko versus in Swatramine. 20 Ghana cities, 50 Ghana cities and Ombeji. And then Coach Prosperity Ogum Eko Linkley kwa inspection of air pitch no city city because at 3 p.m. Kumasi Asante Kotoko ebe training our Linkley Sports Stadium and then so my coach Prosperity Ogum Okoho akoye inspection na se Linkley Sports Stadium no the situation say and the city pitch na manfo ka say pitch no say aye color no aye brown for 2 weeks in nsuo atogu so woma water pitch no and as I say o hwe in live our Kessben television so Linkley Sports Stadium aye pitch no and no any city say and esi akoye ahead of Kotoko bomo any insuatraman game ebeko so edachina and no kodan chen VIP any a stadium money nyina no nyema e woso mo ye no eno so no wo matimi ahyase a wo mo eye e VIP nyina nti we enso ye VIP stance no mu ho na wo mahyase seat ni nyina no na problems e wo ho a wo matimi fix ni nyina and fiti be 2 bisa Kumasi Asante Kokosi akan no and wo matimi ayesa dwumedie we nyina nti all is set for Linkley Sports Stadium e china 20 Ghana cities 50 Ghana cities and when you come back your gate abra Kumasi Asante Koroko woman in Swatramaebo goalkeeper a day Emma a former goalkeeper a day Emma Ash Gold Abubakar Kankani was a Kumasi Asante Koroko in your fans no to succeed in Obuasi because Obuasi a neutral grounds at the Kumasi Asante Koroko no fans of Kotoko omulawo more expectation for this season
Obuasi linking there, it means so far as a go face MO match in the Ohonumbe open space at the amount of BI because Sekotokoma or Mohomnes to extend say Ohonu any natural home grounds, Obi home grounds, and our occupy for a debo home matches. Into every team they are all baby bet taking say Yinayabo away game. Now Ocean Nano Omone younger apostles here, the same thing happening because younger apostles fan say Omunina and you come as supposed to be Momobede, Omobaba into the big here cafe, supporters no meeting Makwatai team echi because Kotoko Boma say supporters no hold huge and no Eboa team.
Now, Basa never pressure be two teams because against young apostles and supporters in a coipa, but a draw. Expectation in Mumna or Moman call from Kakra to extend say ma enquire BBT say Kotoko recruit to a big players. Now players are now Omede Omudia Kotino League. In fact, it might be a very good recruitment. But there is so many who say recruitment in Munina to be more born at a time.
And with this recruitment, we free. Some of matches, people there 5 matches into Kotoko. They make me say bet my say team no, other say team we bet my league na no bet my cut off 4. This a more we 5 matches. More continuous 5 matches and sana. We bet me say team very good and I good. Obuasi linking.
Abubakar Kankani, a former goalkeeper at the Ash Code. Nensama wa die wa Ash Code, or Bonomo die power Ash Code. Untimonimo Boss situation said ye city. Ye twaso other stories. Under 20 Bobo Konum, Aquacopiemo, our Takwa. One more prepare because Omufi Takwa in 10 years and 20 years and Waffle Zombie tournament and Babasono. One more air cost Switzerland. Aquacoye a year preparation on 3 p.m. our Takwa TNA Park. Wamo ene eye Mediama Sporting Club ebo ayinkofa akensie eno ene friendly match a ekoso dema under 20 bobo kono insisia abeto dwante se MCE of Takwa Nsuayem wamo committee a wamo te so mo hwe Takwa TNA Park no wamo kwa meeting ena sabre wamo indecisions awodo o matekinie wamo si Division 1 club no mo pese mo bon e wo ho no sika wamo de to so muntua no Division 1 club Rospark wentimentua enunti wamo emane nyusu stadium ni biom wamo relocate no asa onkope baby foforo onkobo nemo mediema omusi omakan e wo Takwa TNA Park no 10,000 Ghana cedis omo be payment no before omo league match no ebeba so omo be payment no before league match no ebeba so sabre so no omo secure eye pitch cover and omo be use e dia kata eye pitch no so in any case omo be event no and sika omo ekoto $30,000 US dollars $30,000 and we sika MC no when mama je so me de kwakoto pitch cover no said be betimi de akata aye Takwa TNA Park ni so nyina in case of any activity be ebekoso bia no wo metimi de akata so but se de mediema ebe yusu Takwa TNA Park na bra wo mutia 10,000 Ghana cedis and a day ama MC you know said be ometime use a day ahwe park ni asuye yen to so other stories asamo botin efiri o sina kan edema house of okoboko no wo so nya worried say sabe ko house no the goals na ohye a day ama Nations FC no entimi emba what is they say no a coach Abubakar Watara wa man new role o play over Nations FC
Nyago never bought team no collective in here is after a jail into no and per se a bay individual play now as a woman. What can you coach Watara to say the amazing.
And the Sansa Muatuja says Sabre coach Abubakar Watara, woman new roller obo, a diama has woken and nama go no snow intimi embaye, but Timno ena ehia Abdul Rahman or ye play Sinakai a day Emma young apostles of a yeb wenchi no di tuja. Was a sabre dear, woman wenchi park in the Obiano Baba Abenya points wo and unti match be Mobobiano, one person fancied Babato Mechi because home what dear, woman person many defeat and so Abdul Rahman over the weekend no woman ye Jan and the boy no in the MVP award no.
In the house, the last 2 weeks, in the house, it's a Mumbra Park, Musha Park, 8 match house of yeah, I'll get me a following film.
When and someone Abdurrahman de Tuja, woman's home game is against us. And Nunti Obiambra, no more go home matches there, and ya dear defeat a beba a day amomu down coach at my Bechem United. Was a fisa or more Esha League and as 4 games are or more abon omuntimin to Atana last game omuboye and omuntimina 1 goal cry Esha 1 goal nukrano a own goal abra many dreams boy was a problem Sabre when in technical team no Esha so metima solve at my Bechem United.
They are almost kind of no. I sat with them because there about 3 matches didn't go. The 4th match back. And I was and also you heard that aspect in their working around it. Say a bit many goes no. I know we standing no.
And someone a kwaku dansom on your head coach a day Emma Bobokwa your friend no a Bechem United no on the Black Stars Management Committee a China meeting Makoso. And no and discusses on Mokwakoye and therefore Black Stars match a day in Abre Sudan and so babo and it's a Biano China and a Sam meeting no and so betima. But no, we a few stories about Boano and FVA.
Few stories. kwa Mickey Abwano ne enwumre na we yagu ho ede amaye no. Debia, we should lower our expectations. Debia, we should lower our expectations. Debia, we should lower our expectations. We should lower our expectations. We are tired of lowering our expectations. This is not a protocol we knew. The players should lift up their performance. Now, we can't always be lowering our expectations every season. Upon all these spendings, they should win the league for us. Sikapa, Methodist Hospital, Abraso, and so the message we are bringing. Kingsley the Fritamale, sometimes I don't blame the referees for all the bad decisions. Because there are some centers, especially those outside the big cities, which cannot take certain decisions. You cannot take certain decisions against the home sides because of intimidation. So it's up to the FA to tackle those centers first, so the referees will be bold enough to officiate fairly. Kingsley, Tamale, they were the Abraham and the Abeguano. All right, Maminko, new Tilati marriage at our married or the Abraham. Will something good come out of Dr. Ogum? And they must tell me, Rampon, Kenyasi, Truba. Oh, Kenyasi. Kenya's Truba. Unimo. Unimibusao. Okay, let me busa the babies. What baby heard this? I mean,
Okay, yes, yeah. What farms?
Okay.
The quantity that left.
Okay.
It is all for Bukrum Estate, be liar. Ufe Chiriwa, Ufa Crown Prince Garden City.
Wow.
Now fast here why Quan Cocosio. Sansana ahead of Akate farms.
I see.
A quantity that left no far, you know, a Honabokakusi.
Okay. All right.
Chief.
Yes.
Sejo da sepa na mame monitor tetew. Asama watching story na me dey start na Clinton Busano say ni goal scoring prowess no okọ Hasfolk a drop kakra na dey na ba na ne year no ne say coach Abubakar Atara mano a new ruler obo ewu team no. Now asama watching I think say road bia ni honma coach di be ma o be take away goal scoring. Yeah, keeper no mpo no so she goal kra no a team no play na wo striker. And so kakra person catch you Abraham nche wo asem na ho ne say coach baby team ma rule, but make sure as a forward, especially as a center forward, technically on bobo ni bebre and from a team no. As I saw the goals in the count, at the end of the season, your goals will be analyzed. It will be assessed. A coin fast share, but be original share near the fast about so goals now ba. There's a certain central for analysts for how to work catch on your if you want to compare the show nations, not say a Drew or a Brossois. The outcome no ebe gina the central for me so but whatever be the case coach be any obema roller goal scoring and count so as someone get a goals coming because fans no any say goal scoring thing do by Hasfolk page cover TNA inside kan for over $30,000 said you never can you know it's very very good. It shows that definitely apart from footballing activities you know on between the stadium no aye niam ho do bi a discover bread TNA na January a chire say niam ho do na wo dey ye eni kwan say e ba be say and e ba at a detriment of the field and the surface of the turf e ba na sa dia na say ye masa order niam na supersede the sporting reasons why the stadium was built me bought TNA for na baso pa say already before even stadium no ebe drew a stage I who say ebe depreciate no omanya page covers on person of the ejuma now mami move quickly na me nko Mr. Aransford Abbey in Semna so Randy Abbey ka say why do we pay bonus in recognition of your sources where your answer now they ma the obusa na sem at that particular committee na say na all chim say Odigana nim along with other executive members now amoko you know the enormous so deserve no especially the sources aba say Joe me pese me busa Mr. Randy Abbey say sources na ewo he sources na ewo he to ono person che say 100,000 no sika na mo they deserve it because sources ba ese they also so deserve no saka said there a fellow ani nguase ba ye bomb panimfo ni di no sa na sources ba but where is the sources? I want him to define to me maybe a sources or have you got into a stage and then Ghana you qualified to AFCON
group stage we World Cup you qualified to group stage we is that a success level? Since when did that become the yardstick of we Ghanaians?
Success and it's almost qualified, it's almost World Cup.
And maybe say we've been there. Now your nation, how do I general? Obit say Comoros, Madagascar, some qualify some about Afcona, and you bring a Wumukrumo. That's not Ghana. Ghana in your qualify say Afcona. It's the first stage of the fight. Group stage, our success doesn't end there. Until who is a success. Some Brazil, yay Africa, say who see who was Egypt, Algeria, Cameroon, Nigeria, baby on Beijing on Bobo, I want to on the global stage, baby Brazil, baby Argentina, baby Uruguay, France, Italy, Portugal. No, but the group stage, I must say a success. Into more quantity is going to be 100,000 because of my richest success. No, Mr. Randiabi, you are wrong. Success, you know, as someone hit to be above the weight, you know, I from 2006, you call group stage while you start to us to 2014, 2010, it was our pinnacle of our football. I kaya Boria semi-final. And then the opposite of chamber say group stage and junior success there. Me, in my opinion, and how I see Ghanaians, you know, group stage and your success, my family. Besides, we have other troubling issues. Pram and do world class standard, not even African standard. Pram. We have other troubling issues. Juvenile football, here pump of cash. You have Ghana Premier League, you know, referee fire the Domoka. Coaches said the national team said bonus and discussing. So, first of all, where is the success? Number two, other troubling, peculiar issues as I say a tackle. No, we haven't done that. Now it is can be catching success about what enjoy say. I disagree with him. Across four stadium, no. Pedi na no hene ba kan die na chese aye ready anisa general ka Sudan de ko awe ake ho ba chire papa na ifie mpo ya ho den say ye bo ofie no how has our strength been against Central African Republic, against Angola, against other top countries, even Africa, because we have defined it over the course of time say a fortress no general say na game ne ko and now you see Angola card so I feel say Accra Sports Stadium would help probably better than say NKE free kroma e dia ko Niger ni Morocco no panifo na yade na mum dia tie ne say e yakokobode ma ye panifo no general o man pani frebi say Jordan no tum and the Kessben no tum Thomas Partey na no tum ordinary Ghanaian football supporter or turn and yama or kwan ho phone sellers or beard na no tum. Can we all be wrong? Sapitch no in true standard na ye panana. And of course, CAF na no saba betu. We e kokobode mampani for. General, we don't deserve this. Ye ko Cape Coast, ye ko Kumasi, ye be ko Nigeria. Look at the trauma psychologically that we've been going through all these days because ni ba bi be si akai. But finally, I must say because so Accra Sports Stadium dia. So be it. You sure how game ne beko.
And you're official. But sana nyoma no e connect here. So say aka washrooms ni ade say omo esisi ni nyina. Ansa na mo kwa mo Accra Sports Stadium. Okay.
You're serious pa.
All right.
My last pick Lake Sports Stadium. Obuasi has been a football city for a long time. You nimba bia bibi bete bayra humum na ama bayra mwakasi as gold ni yehwehwe na yemu no na Kumasi Asante Kotoko yade pa opem so onkwaso wasa arise the economical fortunes of the city say weekend be so na omo tonton ade everybody is about to benefit from Kumasi Asante Kotoko mo ba no na me mesa ka de manual to so bi me say obetimi akototo place we asi nyina de aba general. You really need to build something out of it. Carve something out of the squad you have. And into basing the PAG, be we are saying, coach be yet top level European sources has eluded PLG. Now compared to the fact that they brought in somebody like Pep Guardiola, Chiki Bergerstein, people with good policies, technically, tactically, and administratively, and in the Omama Man City at Major Champions League. It's not to toss squad in we are Akofa Saka Dauda, Akofa Emmanuel Entry, yes, individually they are good. But somebody has to take time, analyze. Now man for Shannon, no so should be. Now I turn a boss, I carve squad in the diaba. And only comment any reactions are ya ne be mo ka say oh you lower your expectations the basana even the load of pressure and responsibility no some of these boys in general omun to me I think I'll still maintain my point with regards to Kotoko squad the demanding voices no esonsen squad no league ne dia general obi a prepare o young apostles are crack to your kasa on the confidence or the kasa say you be show bia na okoye kan say Kumasa South because makoto to players but me so be show bia the general other teams are so prepare pa into Kotoko fans I'll still reiterate my point that I said the other time say lower your expectations so that the load of responsibility good boys in the course
lower expectations every year. Lower expectations every year. Lower expectations. Entino da ben. Inti sikapa Mercedes Hospital. Say, omon pesa 70 bium. Omon go the league.
I know.
Yes. Andy.
Yeah.
I'm Rahway.
Sergio, we are discussing over and over and over. Expectations,
okay.
Sakada the sika no general for oba kotokwa ketuan ntumu ne ba ya na so hunu the expectations of the club. Henry Ansu free brekum Chelsea oba kotokwa. Tene du free team a friendly Legon City 4 months di ntua ne ka. Oba kotoko ndinwa. The salary no mo ka bo hu kwa ma 5 ne de ama no kotoko. That should tell you the expectation and the demand of the club. It immediately say time. It will take time for the team to gel. It will take time na coach na who never be or person general use. But general, me who the Kotoko fans demand the apart from winning the trophy. General, the fans should demand the club to win something. Sergio, me jitum say other clubs are prepared. Abrantia na okasa from Young Apostles confidence no de kasa no. The Kotoko players must have the same confidence because omo was Rocha Abrantia no. More so, Genoa, what will be the excuse of prosperity again to Kotoko fans? Sacking all the players, Genoa, Koba said, the players were not willing to give their best. Players in Akoi. Coach Nas are maintaining the stance. Players are on what team more what did say they were committed to play, Genoa. Upon all those players signed, there are still old players within the team and coach and believe say those players are committed, have enough quality to yourself for the club. Justice Blaybo, Intima Nubo, Chidja Benebo, Frederick Casarebo, General Mambo O players in 4, Peter Midu Aquebo, Babaya Ebo. Out of the old players, you have 6 players starting for Kotoko. So the him say new players and you know more baby to old players. No. But the coach clearly insists per the games now about they say old players now yeah and you know 4 new 6 old. It's own check and when the team work now the team to flourish. It is a Joe Ghana Premier League a boy. Clubs na ye cry analysis or mobile. Say I'm for Kotoko and Kahu. Na ye catch them ye grantee interview at the any of their CEO or any of their players. Near catch them so new team obey me at the Ghana Premier League. There's no way they will mention the teams. Abraham for Kotoko and Kahu. Ye new coaches are be there cook and both teams in Yensa. SSR teams no ne betimi adi Ghana Premier League. Me jitum say media my favorite because they have about 95% of the squad on the ball last season now. And coach from a year Africa competition or boy at the baby scene there one team na one ye. It is a big club it will say una resource no anza no team they are building on. And until the be America say Ten Hag taking it 3 years. Oh yeah, there. Enzo Maresca need 3 years. Simeone Inzaghi call Napoli only 3. Conte call Napoli only 3 years. Omu ye bibia mo bia who say at least team nindru baby omu peso omu dru. But from the start there, as a big club, you need to win consecutively. Say the bear pressure and be bafem na what me nya peace to build. Coach Watara sha say so obo draw na general o wini back in. Pressure of yempam ni nyina akọ and he's on the right path out there body something. It coach prosperity said you so benin asundwe dey sheni team na duru be a person wo did through probably going to Africa qualify for Africa na obekwa akoye dominant ho a ebe tekimre but you know Ghana Premier League ne dey na genya den because in terms of sikasem, in terms of personalities, in terms of operations, in terms of experience Coach Ogum ne Kotoko company mfoni nyina wo They have every ingredient available to prepare the soup. And I won't buy the idea of Kotoko supporters lowering their expectation. The expectation should be high because team and near Asante Kotoko Hina provided their team now. They cannot disappoint their fans again.
Okay.
Sergio,
the Mobian country will also on lower the expectation.
Maybe I disagree.
On the ground, say, a bit take time. Okay? And Sana, team players, no more.
Opa for other clubs in Sanity.
Okay.
Opa for other clubs in
new players.
New players are. Opa for other clubs. Until me media in China. Say you talk about media, they have the old names, say, some are so. But more than half of the clubs here be as ya. And Katoko Diana, I can mama or less on one ball. Old players here 6. Old players no year 6 and a new 5. Yeah. It is still just say in terms of team play, omo betimi ati omo asene do so che new na ewura no. Menim so what am say. New na ye ka no. Omo no so nche old no. Se Kotoko new players mako 9. And I will say, old players too you call for time. I agree obi obe call for time be about Kotoko the only time I will be not time to prepare necessary resource beba. Coach Prosperity to him say na game na obebo no so when ya win and on onim send a huntoro. So we go against Swatema at home because was second goal at home. Na still answer anko here. Medium omo bonus game no we no cut off. Na Kotoko was say, Kotoko beba 5. Omo extend the lead now. There will be so much pressure on you. And I agree Kotoko cannot win all games. Madrid community may win all games. But I'm saying that fan no a dear now did not so chance only one expectations. And again, coach na Ankasano, the more they want to any last, they've given another opportunity. What again are you telling the supporters that they should lower their expectation for what?
Okay. Do place no more on interest out. You find say goalkeeper Kamara or them laterals no. Only na ya fufuro. Okay. Esmat and Lord Amwa. Okay. Center backs no. Only na ya fufuro. Ablo and friends Onel, some Onel. You not saying 5. Amwa woni mu ha but amwa woni mu. Okay. Entry ezuwom. And you want 5.
And I'm not listening on the ball match and number.
No, but maybe the other.
No, I'm not disputing it.
Yes, and I'm call Carella. New players,
good. I'm saying that 5 good. Okay, let me stick to your lineup.
Okay.
Even that lineup, compare it to all the clubs in the Ghana Premier League. Apart from 1, 2, and 3. Ye be a sanity, science. Unya, matana hosa, and Ghana Premier League. Ye born, ye bori anomoko. Ye bori anomoko. Pick all the teams for House of Fukujinao, for Babian Go Stars Jinao, for Bechem United Jinao, for other clubs needing on a compare will be a team or the ball last season. Now, for to this season, say the same. Go and check the Brecum Chelsea team last season and compare it to the team with some body use say the same team. You still have the old guys in there, and there are new guys like the Kotoko team. It is general. Minim how you come. There be another for Sana Ghana Premier League tier. Hat Accra Lions. Omu players no the ball league in the last no first 11 na Katarepe.
Okay.
But the coach will not take it, them penning phone will not take any excuse from them. Fine. It's general and to say coach one had omumpamu. Omega the players in new now. They won't.
Okay.
General into Sana Ghana Premier League in a tier and ya fe na BBC. Kotoko moto chips ato Michael Asante eto imono usu ansano. Omu ye new no mo de beji league no. No omu ye new one of the G League no. It is general the fans should demand those things from the players.
Okay.
And yes players the coaches the team by omo dem. Amomaka say obi anto the boss, and they will continue to exhibit such uninspiring performance for the fans. Oh yes fans no so must stadium bio. You know game no chance say ya obi aba eba behwe players na ya je omo players na ya bo omo ni players na so omo ni bro bi aba behwe. So oba na wan hu a the league is competing with the top flight leagues in the game. You know Jamaica for no omo call boase na ano. Searching almost yes, the next game you know these fans.
Kotoko draw Golden City. Kotoko draw Karela. Now all we knew Karela,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Now all draw Golden City.
Yeah.
And yet enough this season.
Enough. Of what's the end of the bishop and I was saying.
Because Golden City
Sa results in me, no dear. Because support of your aunt Minka say,
yeah, Karela or no.
the pussy was.
Boss but I think it's been good season.
Two score lines now appear there. Oh, you're cool.
Yeah.
Yes. And the entry other story.
Okay, Duran. Dr. Randy Abbey, do you know what I make? Omo buy no national team na or kasi intia $100,000 more no money sources omunya sources bia sejo. Ghana in the last 34 years, the only AFCON young Kobe 1990 in Algeria and then 2004 in Tunisia. Ghana you qualify for Africa and your success. Uyi omaya friend Egypt free wa. Na uyi Cote d'Ivoire free wa. Ghana ni omaya yako AFCON dodo pa. Eti Ghana si yako kopiemu AFCON and your success. Enkodina ba bia nkasa o ya FA president and as FA na se mo de Ghana ko AFCON amo achieve success mo achieve o. Again. Sejo uyi Morocco, uyi Nigeria, na se uyi one other country free wa. Ghana ni oma this wa yako World Cup. Again, if you qualify for the World Cup, you've not achieved any success. So we AFCON this regime di yako mienu, you know mienu. Mienu ni nyina ya ntimi an qualify from group stage. Ba ko ni o Comoros, ni o Gabon, ni o Morocco yan winning match any the buy. Ya san ko AFCON with Kessben, Mozambique, Egypt yan winning match the there. You know, success be ni achieve. Now to the World Cup, we won only one game. Just a game at the World Cup against Korea. I'm on level when it is a World Cup. So what kind of success are you talking about? They've not achieved any success in January. So Ghana qualify for World Cup. Now see Korea. Now you see a management committee members and $100,000. You know, 15 billion OCDs. Country, you need training pitch for our national team. You see, Kwabrane says he can go to Dabi. Dr. Randy Abbey, more achieve success bia, more beyond contrary baby. So you've achieved any success. Me ditum send your man ko ya a bomachi. But qualifying for the World Cup, qualify for the AFCON alone, dear. You know, 15 billion old cities. So we a committee member, what for our bag I show suit. For no work done because Memaka say the top national teams are more quality, the cream de la cream of materials, or more top players that are calling for shot in the European football. They have one coordinator. Ghana, Black Stars in recent times cannot be compared to the Teranga Lions of Senegal. And so El Hadji Diouf alone is the coordinator for the main national team. Omunko form management committee biya. Intimi hu adwuma ye mpanim fo na ye say ye qualify for tournament ya. Almost $100,000 more. In any case, Blasters never been training. And the stadium na ya ko Cape Coast kakra, ni aba kakra, ni aka Kumasi kakra, ni aka Sipon kakra. They've not achieved any success and they don't deserve that $100,000 now. Almost $100,000. You know,
if we should give Coach Ogum time, then what about Coach Abubakar Ouattara? Kevin Osesibe and Hamza Issa are the only old players who start for Accra to folk of late. Sir Kaka, first class senior high school. Is it true?
What's it say?
So, quite hard to focus. The old new players in Guanebo. Now, Kevin Osesibe and Hamza Issa and old players almost started for hard to folk of late. This one here can they are. And then Coach Ouattara is a man time.
Yeah, type the fetch man Newton or the statement in a fact.
Or the two
yes, a fact.
So how to folk starting new players more of late.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
There's a Kotoko and low almost expectations there. And the Coach Ouattara has supported the number
almost yes. We go over Benjamin Asare.
Yeah.
You talk about Yaya Dramani. Now offer Ranford. Now offer Kevin Osesibe. Now offer Samuel Amufa. Now offer only old. Now offer Theophilus. Theophilus. And then you talk about Mohammed Hussein. No I can Boasuni Boy. Ramsey Sani. Any Hamza Isa. Into generally petupe Hamza Isa ne Kevin Osesbi.
Shankiki si ho asamo wa.
Ah, yeah, ewa nso ye ho.
They are all one.
In fact, my last game here almost 2 old guys in a boy.
This is a heart of folk and they are double lower almost.
It's actually crowd Raphael Amponsa, Martin Kakari, Nino Kwesibonte, Eddie Opon Frane, any in Katiamuna, Omiyaki personal, Omune new old players.
Last year,
okay. So, what kinds of Kotokon lower there? Has the any encounter
double lower.
Did you double lower the water
first class?
1 hour the show.
Say, Kaka, do we have so they can't or they told the answer say, Sahani see what clubs in in the market of commerce, or Mongwan, they would do.
There you be as
mo team, no all players, no more. Other teams, and now the typical example, Hatofuk, Abrayano. I say, Kaka, that's a bar.
Cancani and Casa, Mamma, Tia the Kunti or Casa or Molo one, but general, let's move on.
Oh, but say, Obabiao. I'm lower
opinion on that.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay. Just being recent.
Can't just say, yeah, no,
okay. All right. Sergio. President Ketio Secretary say Coach Afrane no money a salary. Coach Ade no money salary. Coach Salastate no money salary, but omuna win tournament de mai. And untinti na January bedru baby na omo yare da ho a na efe asoro yakọ se ye kwa komani sika no. January se utua ne kabosome a enuru baby e mani pakro nyare e ma efe ne nsore nkọ see kwa akogigi sika de akoma no enti sankrofo no se na omu nye salary na emu mo mutimi achieve sources emaya you know we are in an era agency are taking over our football yemu say won say kanene sa na na tia na da bi you know kanene na sa na tia kanene ubenya nkrofo still na omu manipulate system na de omu nkrofo ko but you know we are in an era even the Premier League clubs player the contract crack 1 year na agent catch and say and renew bill because the season be we ya me de obeko Ethiopia me de obeko Congo am na affect clubs within agents now is so powerful. They are the financial muscle to manipulate these coaches yen tria omoka you know players na ye can you tria omoka busumi still you know Richmond Lamta the contract we one renew Richmond Lamta at least within the Ghana standard was receiving a very substantial amount of money in a month. The contract we in general, one side be oko. Entisa agent na general almost a 2v8. Edi coaches in whole training down say masa makure any general and almost pull dollars ya. Oni why say also unis kan tito tie 7 apia. O se ono se o coach bia omo ni scan obeje. General untimi nka say oye adwuma utua light bill utua water bill o family o feed omo wan kasa nso wo se fata se obobra o abusiafo ho wo se wo de okwa akoya adwuma na adwuma na akwa no se o qualify for tournament na betu aka na dino a ye mpanimfo no omo da ya no se ye the performance na etu omo ka ho na nkaboso me kwanko binya teku na asempoa se ye the FNE si oni the executive members lesi ho ni ye check omo performance in 5 years since 2019 nkaboso me kwanko biya na teku na asempoa enti please ene under 20 World Cup Ghana ye refi under 17 yenka ho under 23 yenka ho chan enkoyi so if say you perceive a back na you be compete with the very best in the world, the very best in Africa. First you can under 17 and any Brazil phone and the boom and then under 20 we still remain the only Africa country I have winning the under 20 World Cup. Say Joe and the tournament in the Baswa what is a Ghana Kobe say in order to find solution to that, let's stop the comparison between the old and the new regime because sad time no na agency and taking over our football and ne agency ne control bibia akra no o sha se o si na 15 years na ka chense de ne betu kwan 15 years no assign deal with an agent na agent no ye ne ho adwuma and you know say agent no ye ne ho adwuma sa agents na ne call shot at the top and make sure say their players will get a national team caller. Say the be our profile no very rich na do mo kwa bontia omatimi anya sika amane matimi akoyi ntema yan kasa tetefo no omonye ntia na nso ma yentua general ye fa coaches na ye more professional contract no munya job security no muntimi nye bold and call the right materials o muntimi nye bold and take the right decisions betimi am a game na koye imagine say afa coach na you know under 17 ya man a 3-year contract na you know the opebia the manner. Are you sure the coach will not select the right player for him? He will. But the Koba say, your man, of course, scout like your man teku, or quack ball like your man here. You know, na mimi team, and I'm afraid the Somra, no mamma hit book game from Oba Minyana Quine. Oba me man Keska, Oba me money being channel. Mobile money no so by your must say, Dre, into players now, more de bon training na the be a because of afraid. Until then, first down the 17 bought match ya. Say Joe, not kind of how much New Zealand 99. Ye Kokopus Christian, sorry, how much but under 17 worker Peru in 2005. And how much near to TV was a quack or Poquadimamo, and under 17 could bobble a 180, under 20 bobble a 180, all because we don't put much into the national team for the coaches to call the right materials. I'll meet me and Magan at the very best of performance.
No, no, Mabo, it be here. Until points now can say, Udibeshubutu. Koname, Eya de Mochina. Na yɛde ahyia ɛwɔ midfield action program no ɛso yɛde dwumadi no bɛhyia mote ɛyɛ Tony Montana de foreign stories no ɛbrɛ ɛna Kwame Miki nso ɛde afisɛm no ɛbaeɛ na afei Newton Latte Marijata na Andy nso yɛ ho adwuma kakra kɔm sɛ no num aboyi yɛpɛgye mu yɛnsan nhyia biom nyame yɛ adom ɔkyena yakram